Okay, I had a day to about 20 hours to I didn't even go to bed. It's I slept for about an hour. It's 2:45, but thought about the game. And my synopsis. First off, the Cleveland Browns as a season. Well, it's evident that Stefanski is a good head coach. He got his team. He changed the culture in Cleveland. He got Baker Mayfield to play good ball. And the problem with Stefanski is he's a horrible play caller. Horrible play caller. And this isn't something just in that game. I'm talking all season. And I'm going to give you a few points. The Titans game, we had a 42-7 lead. And his play calling, conservative play calling in the second half got us almost lost the game. Same thing against Dallas. The New York Jets game, we were without all our receivers because they had COVID. We had no practice. So what would I do? Well, I'd use my tight ends, but I'd put Njoku as a wideout, Kareem Hunt in the slot, and I wouldn't even throw to the new guys. I'd throw to the guys that've been with the fucking team the whole year. And I'd run the ball. What did he do? He threw the ball 53 times and rushed 13 times. He says he's a running team, but we're not. Case in point, yesterday after half, he said, come out in the second half, we're going to establish the run. What's he do? He throws three straight passes. He's just the team never gets in an offensive. What do you call? Like last week when AVP called plays against Pittsburgh, it was so smooth. We used Kareem Hunt and Nick Chubb. I mean, we got weapon. You got a running back that is top 5 in the league in Kareem Hunt and Nick Chubb. You can't find a way to use them both at the same time. Kareem Hunt had 6 touches, 6 rushes yesterday. Nick Chubb had 13. Nick Chubb dropped 3 balls. Kareem Hunt should have got the. I'm sorry, but if this was New England, Nick Chubb would have been on the bench. That's a fact. Because Belichick don't play them games. And Kareem Hunt, come on, man. This dude, he's a star player in this league. He led the league in rushing his rookie year. And I'll guarantee you right now, if he was in Kansas City, you think Tyree Hill's putting up big numbers? Kareem Hunt would be putting up big numbers in Kansas City. That's why he's probably pissed off, because he loves Cleveland, but he realizes in Kansas City his career would be unbelievable. So Stefanski's got to do. I believe he needs to just give the play call to Alex Van Pelt. Alex Van Pelt's a quarterback. That's what he was in the NFL, quarterback. Stefanski was a safety. Obviously, a quarterback knows how to call his plays better. And I think Stefanski thinks that he's some kind of genius because he was a safety. Because I've seen that interview with him and Bill Cowher. He was a safety and he's calling plays offensively like he's a genius. And he tries to show people that he's a genius and it backfires on him. And once Stefanski gets going bad, he can't fix it. So he needs to give AVP the play calling. I mean, that's a fact because the challenges he does, the timeouts, it just takes away from his whole coaching ability. I know they got people upstairs saying the challenge, but no, he makes too many mistakes. No, he should have never punted the ball. Knowing the way our defense is, even against Chad Henne, I would have never punted there. And you should have realized that was your last set of downs. That was the worst play calling ever. The first down run, when Nick Chubb runs down a line and then just tries to find a hole. Kareem Hunt, if there ain't a hole there, he makes a hole. He gets 5-6 yards. Nick Chubb loses 2. And then they blitz. Mayfield tries to dump it off the Chubb. Nothing's there. And then the third play was a screen pass, which Hunt juggled, but he caught it. And I think if he doesn't juggle it, he gets a couple more yards. But still, that's a terrible play call. It might not have been a screen the whole way. It looked like it was, but whatever. His play calling cost us a game yesterday. It was just atrocious. It was horrible. The first, we could have been down, let's be honest. We scored there at halftime. It's 16-10. But there's like a minute left, and we know what's going to happen with the minute left. They're at least getting the field goal. So instead of being 16-10, it could have been 19-10 or 23-10. But I'll just say 19-10. So we did get ripped off a touchdown. That was helmet to helmet. But you got to forget about that. Second half comes. They have 3 straight passes. And you know what? Here's the thing about Mayfield's interception. He's rolling to his right, and Mayfield played excellent yesterday. If you know the game of football, he played excellent. He was as accurate as you ever seen a quarterback. I'm talking seriously. He was so accurate. He played great. Even the interception he threw. When you get a ball thrown, when you're a receiver, you got to attack the ball. You don't wait for it to come to you. That was on Jarvis Landry. He just sat there like this, waiting for it. And the guy stepped in front of him and picked it off. Now, luckily, it didn't cost us anything because he missed a field goal. It only took about 30 seconds off the clock, so that was nothing. But Jarvis Landry's another guy, too. There was a play earlier in the game when he threw a ball to Jarvis Landry, and Landry stuck his hand out like a half-ass effort. And he looked back at Mayfield. If I'm Mayfield, from now on, I'm going to Landry and say, yo, motherfucker, get on the bench then. Guys like Landry are fucking cancers. I know he's a great receiver when he catches the ball, but he dropped a couple yesterday. That shit needs to stop. Yesterday was a game when I realized that we needed a guy like Tyreek Hill. We have a guy like that in Odell Beckham Jr. There's got to be some way that Stefanski can get him in the offense. And I think AVP would be great at getting him in the offense. I guarantee AVP wouldn't call every play for him like Stefanski and Freddie Kitchens did. But they got to get him into the game. We need him because he could be the Tyreek Hill for the Cleveland Browns. Defensively, we're a mess. We got guys out there that wouldn't start on 90% of the teams. But they tried. They were well coached. I mean, you held the Chiefs to 22 points. That's a game. When you hold the Chiefs to 22 points, as bad as they played the defense, you should have won that game. And that's why when Mahomes went out, that was a golden ticket right there. They said, you know what? Here, take the game. And that last possession were the worst 3 play calls ever. And his decision to punt the ball there was retarded. Even if you go for it, you don't get it. At worst case scenario, they score a touchdown, the game's over. But say they kick a field goal, you're only down 8. Got a chance to tie the game. And I'd take my chances with Chad Henne kicking a field goal rather than scoring a touchdown there. So Stefanski, you were in a playoff game and he fucked us all up. And it's hard. I'm telling you right now, I can't let this go because I fucking hate him right now because he blew this fucking game. He's a great coach. His play calling, it's all year has been horrendous. He's had a couple good games, but for the most part, he's horrible. I'll harken back to the first Steeler game. His play calling, we got killed 38-9. Alex Van Pelt destroyed the Steelers. What's the difference? AVP. Stefanski was on. Hey, you know what the difference is? Stefanski was in his basement when we killed the Steelers. Now, he did turn the culture around, and I believe that if we got rid of Stefanski, we'd be all right because we got coaches. But we're not going to get rid of Stefanski, obviously. I like Stefanski as a head coach. I do. But his play calling, he has to give it up. And I don't think this guy's going to give it up because he's a fucking hard-headed motherfucker. That's just how he is. He's a hard-headed motherfucker. So he ain't going to give up play calling. He's got to figure out a way. If he's going and calling plays again next year, I'm going to be disenchanted. Because he's a horrible play caller. And Kevin, I want you to look me straight in the fucking eye right now and tell me what's best for this team. You or AVP calling plays. AVP is. The proof is in the fucking pudding. Let him call plays and concentrate on being a head fucking coach. Now, in free agency, we got to sign whoever the fuck we can to get this defense straightened out. Because, I'll be honest with you, our defense is costing us from being in the champ. Although, like I said yesterday, 22 points, you got to win that game. But if we would have played the Buffalo Bills, our defense would have never stopped Josh Allen. He would have figured out all he has to do is run anytime he wanted to. So I think they would. I thought we could have beat Buffalo, but then the more I thought about it, I said, all Josh Allen got to do is run. Any time he wants, he runs. They'll score every down, every series. But our offense could hang with anybody. Yet we only scored 17 points because I call Stefanski a governor on offense. He holds us back with his play calling. We don't get in the rhythm. He just holds us back. When you got a team jugular, when you got them down, you go for the jugular. That's what Belichick does. That's what everyone does. Andy Reid's probably the best coach in football right now. Offensively, he's the best offensive coach I've ever seen. Now, who's better, him or Belichick? Well, if Chad Henne played the whole season, I don't think the Chiefs even make the playoffs. Call a spade. I think they probably go about 8-8. You got to have a quarterback. Pat Mahomes may not even be as great as he is. He is great, but it may be more of Andy Reid. Who knows? There's no doubt coaches make quarterbacks better. There's no doubt that Andy Reid made Patrice Mahomes a lot better. There's no doubt. I'm not saying Mahomes isn't great, but it's definitely made him a lot better. The guys are running wide open in that offense. Kind of like our offense sometimes. So, but what I've seen out of Mayfield yesterday was that game right there. The 2 playoff games from Mayfield to me told me that when the moment's big, he's a quarterback. He could have won that game yesterday if he was given a chance. And this is what Andy Reid did. And I don't think he's going to come out here and say this, but he said to himself, looking on the sidelines, he looked at the way Mayfield was throwing the ball and he said, do I really want to give that ball back to Cleveland? with a minute and a half, 2 minutes left. I don't think he wanted to. I think he had confidence in his defense, but I think he seen the way Mayfield was throwing the ball and said, you know what, I'm not giving him a chance. I'm going to get it with my offense, or I'm going to lose with my offense. And I think he knew our defense was pretty bad, obviously. If I was going to go for it there, I probably would have quarterback snuck it, but that's not me, whatever. But he did a gutsy play and it worked. But he wasn't going to give Mayfield a chance to beat him. That's a fact. He respects Mayfield, you can tell. So Mayfield showed me I'd just give him whatever he wants, now just give it to him. I don't even think Mayfield wants to be the highest paid. He wants to put players around him. But this was a golden opportunity that we missed. The best quarterback in the league, one of the best, goes on the bench in the in the third quarter, and you got to win that game. And Stefanski just blew it. He didn't take advantage of it, and it's hard for me to let that go because, well, like I say, our defense is as bad as our defense is. Though we only give up 22 points, and any team will tell you 22 points against the Chiefs, let alone anybody, you're going to say you'll win that game. We should have scored more. Stefanski holds our offense back. We got two great running backs, and we're throwing screen passes to the wrong one. Kareem Hunt should have been the one getting the ball. And you know Kareem, he's not happy. I'll guarantee you guys like Mayfield, they're not happy about what happened yesterday offensively. They're thinking, we could do so much more. Kareem Hunt's probably thinking, why the fuck ain't I more involved? So how many teams would love to have Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt up on the... I don't get Stefanski. He's like one of them coaches that... if you're in high school and you've been a starter, you're going to start over a guy that's better than you because you've been here longer. I don't like that. I don't like playing favorites. That's what he fucking does. Can't have that in the pros. Not in this league. And if I had to sign one of these running backs, say, look, I like Nick Chubb, but I'm keeping Kareem Hunt. Like I said, he knows, he puts his head down, he goes north and south. Nick Chubb, east and west bullshit, don't cut it. Nick Chubb's he's a beast, but he's got back-end speed. He's not going to get you off the line and just break away. Kareem Hunt can do that, but not Nick Chubb. His speed's more or less in the back end. Once he gets that hole, he's basically unstoppable. The problem is, he don't hit the hole. He tries to he tries to fill one like Le'Veon Bell, and it ain't there. It's got to be Kareem Hunt. That's what I would. Kareem Hunt would have been my major, especially after Nick Chubb dropped 3 screens. You can't have that. And I know what he was trying to do. He said he wanted to make big plays because when he gets a screen pass, he makes big plays. So he did. He was an integral part in that steal and win. Look, I love Nick Chubb, but he had a bad game yesterday. Bad game. So, but defensively too, we got guys that you got to tackle guys when they're there. You can't miss tackles. They get 6-8 more yards. You can't do that. So it's just a bad defense. We got to fix that. And it just sucks because you had it right there. You could have been in one of the final 4, but I don't think we would have beat Buffalo. I thought we would have last night, but the more I thought about it, Josh Allen, he'll just see an opening and he'll get a first down anytime he wants. They would have scored at will on us. It was Stefanski calling the plays.
In the Browns territory, 4th and 1, they punt. Indy Reid, 4th and 1 with Chad Henne.
Yeah, that's a good point. With Stefanski calling plays, there's no way you're going to outscore anybody because he just limits us offensively. He's too conservative, and I know he's probably going to see this video because everybody watches my videos, and he's probably going to be like, well, I'm not going to give up my play callings now. And if that's the case, then you're a fucking clown. You won't last in this league. You won't last in this league being a hard-headed motherfucker. I'm going to do what's best for my team, and right now, I'd rather have a quarterback who played in the NFL call plays than you. So if I was another team out there, I'd seriously look at Alex Van Pelt as offensive coordinator because this guy's a fucking stud. Boy, we never looked so good with Alex Van Pelt calling plays. We got both running backs involved, and Stefanski can't. Stefanski didn't know how to get played. He never did the whole year. He never did. I mean, it's a crime that he treats Kareem Hunt like he's a fucking practice squad player. The guy just don't know how to use his players. He doesn't. It's a fact. I mean, he had Rashard Higgins on the bench for like five weeks of the season until someone got injured. He doesn't know how to use his players. He just doesn't. So, all in all, it was a successful season, 12-6, but it wasn't what I wanted. There's only going to be one team happy after the season. And it ain't Cleveland right now, I'll tell you that. This is one of the toughest losses because I know we could have done more damage. But I don't think we'd beat Buffalo. I thought we would have last night, but the more I thought about it, Josh Allen would have beat us. So. But anyway, Stefanski, you got a lot of explaining to do. And I hate the way Stefanski I hate the way he fucking hangs his players out to dry. I fucking hate that. Fucking, he does it a lot. I hate that. He won't take no accountability for it. So he says, oh yeah, I had a bad play call or whatever. Fuck you, motherfucker. You cost us a game, you fucking. I hated Stefanski when we hired him. I'm not going to lie to you. I couldn't stand him. And now I fucking hate him even more because he cost us that game. But I know he's a good coach, so fuck it. We'll keep him. But he's got to do something with the play calling because he fucked everything up yesterday. Worst game. That's probably the worst game I ever seen a coach call. It was horrible. His decision, listen. His decision to take the kickoff and defer it was the dumbest move I ever seen. I don't know. Everyone agrees with me. It's the stupidest thing. When you're the highest offense, you give him the ball just to take a 7-0 lead. He's a dumbass. He tries to do the opposite of what he should do because he wants to be the genius. Well, I deferred and we got the lead because we held him. I'm a genius. So Stefanski, this is going to be tough to sit here and lament on this all-off season knowing that you fucked our season up. And I know Baker Mayfield and them guys are pissed right now because they know they could have scored a lot more. And the more I talk about it, the more I get angry. But anyway, we're in better shape than about 28 teams in this league, so I know we got to fix our defense, though. If we don't fix our defense, sucks. Got to wait till all next year. Anyway, Baker Mayfield's a stud. Kareem Hunt's a stud. Nick Chubb's a stud. Rashard Higgins is a beast. You tried making a play. You did the right thing. And Njoku's a beast. That's another thing. We wasted $40 million on Hooper. Yeah, he made some tough catches, but we didn't need him. Njoku, did you see Njoku blocking yesterday? He played like a fucking man possessed. He should have got more touches yesterday, too. Njoku's got to be the focal point of our offense next year, not Austin Hooper. I'm sorry. Njoku should have been a wide out. I would make him the DK Metcalf in this offense. I would. Let him be a receiver. Put him in a slot. No one can work with him anyway. Put him out wide out. Line him up out there. No cornerback's going to be able to deal with him. He's DK Metcalf. We got so many weapons that this clown doesn't know how to use, but yet I can use them I'm sitting on a fucking couch in Youngstown, Ohio. I know how to use him better than this fucking clown. Jimmy Haslam, hire me. Let me take over. Let me have that team. You want to talk about culture? I'll make this team into the 76 Pittsburgh Steelers mentality. I'll have them hurting every fucking player on the opposing teams. Trust me, I will. And we'll win.